Welcome. Welcome back to the Olga S. Pérez Show. I'm your host, Olga, and how you doing? How you doing? Let me know. Where in the world are you? What's the weather like? How you doing today? Boy, do I got a jam-packed show for you today. I know, I already mentioned in the description, but I mean, it's like, I also want to throw in there the whole China situation, which, I don't watch legacy media. I don't have cable. So, but I'm curious. Let me know, guys. Are they like, please tell me that they're playing that China, the protests and the fires that they're causing. I mean, because of so long in lockdown and for so many other reasons where you all know. Tell me that they're playing it like they were doing the Floyd thing, because this is why I can't stand that legacy cable stuff. FTX, really? The latest interview so quickly? I mean, what? Wait, and pair that with the fact that the Pentagon is missing like 61% of their income that the IRS is asking about. Like, where is this? Trillions. No big deal. Nothing to see here. And then Kanye. Everyone's flipping out and he's like breaking the internet. It's like, and I defend free speech no matter what. I mean, unless it's truly hate, like, threaten to kill somebody or literally, posting pictures of violent pictures, death. Obviously, anything that's like super X-rated, or that would probably, you can just likely go to the dark web to find if you didn't know about the dark web. But the thing is, if we keep silencing people, and the thing with Elon on how he just handled the whole situation of the fact that Kanye got back his account and posted while he was interviewed on the Alex Jones show. Did you guys watch it? Let me know in the comments. Give me your thoughts. I actually want to make this live specifically where I'm reading your comments and we're going back and forth than me just like shooting. Because at this point, you guys know what's out there. You've already seen the clips. I will share some things, but just quickly, like the fact that when I went to Twitter today, that one of the trending words was swastika. And I'm like, yo, anybody out there is trying to cancel this guy or more, or demonize him even more, or try to explain everything with the fact that he's got mental issues. No. I'm going to show you what that really says about us, our society. I haven't heard anybody else talk about it this way. I mean, maybe there's a couple out there, but let's see. Between you and me, it's getting raw and real. And then afterwards, I'm going to go to locals to really go like full tard, raw and real, uncensored 100%, which, believe me, you have not seen here. So make sure the link is in the description below. Join me there. You can even just follow me. Not all the posts are for supporters. I specifically do certain supporter ones, especially like the heavy ones. Anyway, before I even get started, let me make sure that everybody knows, whether you're listening or watching, that viewers' discretion advised. Do not tell me that the whole time I was talking, it was muted. I just saw that somehow the mute button got touched. Stop. No. I'm about to look at your chats. I mean, it's already in the description. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm hoping to get into the shrinkflation bit as well. If not, because I don't want to cheapen it. Well, I'll definitely mention it. But I know I can go on and on about that as well. Okay. Oh, you guys heard me? Thank you, Jeff. That was so weird that I saw a mute and I'm like, what? Anyway, welcome. If it's your first time here, awesome to have you. Make sure to subscribe. Smash that like button even if it just made you smile. Share this content. Sharing is caring. Trust me, somebody's going to appreciate it. And they're going to thank you. Yeah, you can say you're welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back, my love. It is because of you that I'm here. And I need more subscriptions. I need more support. Buy me a coffee. The description's in the link below. You can chat with me there. You can be anonymous, whatever you want. But without your support, this show can't go on. And we must go on. It's about us. Okay? I don't mind having the biggest mouth. I'm used to it. I'm over it. Anyway, let me look at the chats real quick. You know I gotta say hello. Drew Dat Underground Gaming. How you doing, Olga? And I like that emoji with the hearts in the eyes. Love it. Hey, Nijo. Ole. God, it's so cute how you guys are so consistent with your little nicknames and Nijo. Ole. Pérez Patriots! Exclamation. How you doing this Friday? I'm guessing that's you had it with the accent, right? With the little dash over the N. Okay, I'm just saying. Oh, AC Nelson. Hey, Olga. Happy Friday! Exclamation. Great to see you guys. Hey, Jeff Prater. What up? Exclamation. How you doing? Yes. So what's going on? What do you guys think? Because honestly, I changed the title so many times. Like FTX versus Yay, I had put at some point. It's like, I mean, what is more important? Why is everybody losing their shit about this guy? If there's free speech, then his opinion is free speech. Oh, because it's about Hitler. How was he inciting violence from what I saw? And of course, I probably missed a few of his posts yesterday, and I had to look it up. That's why I went to Twitter, and I discovered that the Twitter, what was trending was a swastika. When I just typed in Kanye, I was like, oh, his count got taken down. Because I think when I was watching him on Alex Jones, I was kind of seeing it in real time. But then I woke up this morning like, oh, he's something about a swastika. I'm like, man, this better be good. Like, he better sound like this evil Knievel shit. See, and I'm really deep. So I'm just going to keep it for locals because I'm so deep. It's going to make your head spin. Now, I like to joke around a lot. But I went down this rabbit hole about Hitler years ago. And I went to I lived in Germany. I visited Auschwitz. Can't even speak today. Oh, you know how it is. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But you get my point. And I can't even manage myself. I can't even watch Schindler's List, even when it got Oscars and whatnot. And I wanted to badly, but I already from my past when I was younger, I couldn't watch those kind of movies. Every time I watch them, I wanted to watch them because I wanted to learn. Like, I want the truth no matter what. And I want it as real as possible, as raw as possible. But I couldn't sleep for like a month afterwards, every time. So I was like, that's it. I learned my lesson. I take it very serious. I do believe it. I'm not a Holocaust denier. In fact, I've been shocked that younger generations believe it wasn't true, that it never happened. It's like, that to me is one of the greatest education atrocities I can possibly imagine. But especially if you're a Christian or a Catholic, or again, you believe in God, is he not God's child? Again, I'm going to shut up, not because I'm afraid to say anything, because I don't think people deserve to hear what I really have to say. I don't think they can handle it. Let me put it that. Let me take that back. I don't think they can handle it. I want to make sure that they are going to go to locals, support me, and say, at least I'm going to try to handle it. You get what I mean? Because reality, when checked, truly is mind-blowing. And at the same time, completely liberating, I meant to say. Liberating. Yeah. It's not about my truth. Are these facts. And the thing that it also teaches a part of our humanity psychologically, how horrible of a person we can be. It's a reflection in one way or the other. Again, I'm going to talk about that and why and how. I'm going to give you all the, the who, why, when, where, why at my locals about this. Specifically about that. Yeah, because YouTube, I mean, if YouTube can't handle, Jesus, YouTube can't handle squat, right? They can't handle, everything gets misconstrued or bots cancel you, take you down, whatever. They can't handle anything, so I'm not even going to go there. But trust me, I want people to come at me. I like, as far as like, challenge me and what I'm going to bring to the table. Don't get mad at me. Because again, that's saying, I don't want you to think. So free speech, it also means you don't want that person to think. Just like they wanted to cancel Alex Jones when the opposing lawyer, the plaintiff, rights lawyer, saying we need to squash him, get rid of him, which also sends a huge message to everybody. Same with this Kanye. He's trying to say some truth. Maybe the guy can't speak well. Now, I'm in astrology, and I knew this guy was Gemini. So is Trump. No wonder they get along, or at least up until recently. Listen, guys, people can say a lot, and that doesn't really resonate with their heart. And I just can't believe that everyone is, honestly, get a life. Get a life. Get a life. Something is wrong with you. If you're going to be all like, and this is the kind of stuff that I've been seeing on the internets, specifically Twitter. I will say specifically Twitter. What's up? And I got to say, this is pretty, I mean, I see the humor in him. Again, when's the last time? How do we not know? We all know most people that are geniuses are crazy. But again, are we all, everyone that's quoting that he's having a manic, attack or episode and whatnot, they're not even physicians. They're not even his own psychiatrist. So people need to keep that in check. Why isn't that flagged? Huh? Oh, because that's under opinion. But he can't have an opinion, not about Hitler, not about because he's already been put on the anti-Semitic thing. I think based on the last text or post that he did on Twitter, I would probably say, all right, man, you're really now trying to sound anti-Semitic. But at the same time, if you're being attacked by somebody, it's normal to lash out. And I'm not talking about that I'm defending him. That's what we do. We do it all the time. Like, if somebody cuts you off and it's a female driver, right? And you're like, fucking women are the worst drivers. They're fucking stupid bitch. I mean, we do that. We all do that. The hypocrisy is what's disgusting to me, but okay. But you know what? I'm not upset about it. I'm laughing my ass off because clearly Kanye's doing a show. Isn't he in the show business? What? I mean, guys, be careful what you sign up. Like what do you defend or not defend? Because at the end of the day, I was rooting for Elon, but I told you I couldn't trust him 100%. And look, now it seems like he's God. He's God. He dresses up for Halloween as, Satan Slayer, Demon Slayer, something like that, right? It's like, again, he's another one that's not all there. Didn't he say he's got some kind of like spectrum of Asperger's? I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with it. Savants, right? Alex mentioned that. I could agree. I like that. I understand that. It's a little more open-minded, and it's part of the truth here. That's just, but again, we're not experts. I'm humble enough to say I'm not an expert. But seriously, as you know, I've been a translator, an interpreter for many years. And how about if I was sitting next to him and I could interpret for him? Not put words in his mouth of what I want to say because, I'm going to sound like I'm a supporter. No, it's clearly the guy says things wrong, spells things wrong all the time. And if you look at his chart, he's got to get something out of in him. And whether he does it the right way, whether he, but okay. All right. Why isn't FTX blowing up? Why is Kanye talking shit and clearly not all there with his, covering his face? It's it's kind of a mockery. And for those who get all upset about it, I think it's like almost like the game's on you. I mean, like I said, I'm not upset at all. It didn't bother me. It's like, all right, he said what he said. He thinks what he thinks. I don't agree with a lot of it, most of it, whatever. Like, I understand. At least that. I don't judge. How about that? Everybody judging out there. How about give the brother some love? Maybe if he is going through a manic episode, why aren't we loving on him? Why aren't we sending support? He's drowning. Have you never lost your shit? Have you never had everybody against you? Have you never been, ganged up on? Picked on? I sure have. Still am all the time. But I got better at it. Maybe he's now learning. Maybe he will learn after this in a way that he hasn't before. It's called growing up. Growing pains. I think there's just so much here to unwrap. But in a nutshell, the fact that everyone's like, get a life. And this goes to show you that this is the kind of society we live in. I mean, what do you think? All those magazines like Sun, Star, People, all this stuff, they wouldn't have made all the money. All the paparazzis wouldn't even exist. And who? Why? Because we consume it. Okay, just saying. Let's give another reality check. You guys could see my... Wait, can you see? Okay, I'm scrolling, but I didn't know if you guys could see that. Give me a second. Okay. Let's see. There was a couple of them. See, ever since... So I guess this is one of the... Maybe the last one he posted that got taken down. Guys, do you know anything? I mean, I remember thinking, oh, this looks familiar. And then, lo and behold, somebody... And as you can see, swastika. Oh, no. Well, now it's Kanye West. Oh, I wonder, since I have opened this earlier this morning. Oh, what's up with that? You guys see that? Let me refresh, because I had put... Oh, all I did, by the way, I didn't type in swastika. I saw it in the trending. Now it looks like it's Kanye West. Hello again. So Elon is just doing things on his whim, like he's got. That's my take in a nutshell. Not good, guys. Not free speech. Not cool. Now, I do think this picture was funny. Let's always remember this as my final tweet. Hashtag Yay24. Yeah. Again, show me where he is threatening, dangerous, again, and if he's having a manic episode, okay, so are we going to take everybody that's mentally ill off of Twitter, off of everywhere? Guys, walk downtown LA, even the parts in Philadelphia, Kensington, and all the mentally ill people, not just drug addicts, that are there. I had one almost hit me, and that was before 2020. Not almost hit me. He went to hit me. There was a homeless person that was right behind me, and I was walking in Center City by City Hall, right where the is it Whitman? Oh my God, the Quaker that they put, whatever. Anyway, City Hall, and I had a feeling. I couldn't see, he was behind me, but I had a feeling, and all of a sudden I looked back. I just listened to my instinct. That's how I roll. I look back. And of course, it happened so quick. And this homeless person, all, looked like it, smelled like it, you name it, was like, I don't know, spitting stuff out, acting crazy, Tourette's, whatever it might be, schizophrenia. I don't know. I'm not the expert, but clearly he wasn't there. Like, he's got an issue. And he went to punch me, and he literally had a closed fit and went to punch my head. He could have knocked me out. Thank God my instinct had a feeling, and I kind of just turned like this, and then... I went forward and his fist just went right down my back. So he kind of hit me and it still shook me. It's like, fuck. And I started kind of not running, but walking really fast. And the people around me were like, oh shit, shocked, And there was a few people, whether it's men or women, I saw that they were going to they were ready to jump in and defend me. But still, if this guy's mental, no. And I almost think it's all set up on purpose, guys. What's the one that I wanted to show? Again, a lot of the people's comments, if you guys looked up some of this stuff, but it's, there's this, I call it religious group. It starts with an R, and somebody did post it here. Where is it? Yeah, this has been updated. I shouldn't have refreshed because I was aware. Yeah, guys, you can see the swastika here and here. Again, they hide that stuff everywhere. But of course, your conspiracy theory. You're crazy. You're delusional. like the Chrome logo. Come on. I can see that you would never notice it, but once you notice it, you can't deny it. And it's funny because remember how I mentioned the whole Tim Pool and how he showed up at Tim Pool's and then walked out shortly after. Isn't that funny? Again, no such thing as coincidence. You know, that's how I believe. How perfect is the universe that the next show is number 6, episode 666 of Timcast IRL. And the guest is Michael Malice. Funny, not funny. By the way, funny, not funny. I wonder how they really felt about that. I would have tweaked something a little different because that would be no way I would leave that number, posted. When I get to that number, it ain't going to look exactly like that, even if it is number 666. I'm going to look at your chat because so you guys saw it, right? You saw the whole swastika thing. You saw, I mean, reading people's comments and their reaction, there's only a few that I've found that they're really going, hey, what's this? Elon Musk? This is an hour ago? A right-winger apparently has to tweet a picture of this. I didn't see this earlier. A picture of an actual swastika in order to get banned from Twitter. Twitter is being, this is Elon Musk. Twitter is being fair when extremists on far right and far left are simultaneously upset. Twitter aims to serve center 80% of people who wish to learn, laugh, and engage in reasoned debate. But we come to the same thing. Who's the arbitrator of this reasoned debate? Someone who thinks he's God? Someone who's got a lot of power, a lot of money? Plenty of people love him for being a Nazi. Wait, this is Indigo Sky. Violence and murder are implicit in Nazism. It's long past time to stop pretending this is not true. True. Portraying swastika is already an act of violence. This is like a microaggression. Like, oh, you said it with a tone. That's a microaggression. That's violence. No. Again, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. There's no coincidence why our founding fathers of this country were adamant about that and debated and everything and the way they worded it. Any moment that you say this yes and this no, there's no freedom. Period. I don't want Satanism around, but that's part of the freedom. Wait, where? So what are these people called? What's this? Wait. DC Summer. I didn't see it until now. House Republicans may want a judiciary GOP may want the American people to forget this tweet, but I don't. Enjoy! Exclamation. Again, see? You guys are like little freaking trolls just groveling on this little demonic, like, meh. It's like, let's level up, people. Elon and Ye and Trump, swastika, Mar-a-Lago, Nick Fuentes. I didn't know squat about Nick Fuentes. I had to look him up. He claims on the Alex Jones show that he's not a white supremacist, and I can't find anything on him. Let me know. Even if he is, they do exist. Is there something in the Twitter rules that if you're a Nazi, you can't be on there? And then if you go to Ukraine and do you see? Come on. No. Again, people, God, are you really speaking from truth and knowledge and love, or you're just reacting to what they're feeding you? And again, I'm going to get to the FTX thing because how is that not really what people are talking about? Kanye is. And then when you're reacting to something, there's some truth there. Or again, the truth of you having to look at yourself and why does it bother you is the question you should be asking. Why? Say it, and say it in your little tweet. Say, this is exactly what bothers me. Okay, it bothers you. But free speech, right? Don't read it. Unsubscribe. right? Like, don't look at it. It's like when you're picking a movie on Netflix, you want comedy, you want X-rated, horror. Hello? Is Cutie still up in Netflix? Just asking. I'm not sure. I haven't looked to see if they took it down or whatever happened. But it was there it was there. Mm-hmm. And again, with the Balenciaga thing, this just goes deeper. Look at this, guys. This was a pretty good one, too. This is called a Hakenkreuz. I think it's hooked cross. Never ever used term swastika. Hitler had seen it each day as a boy when he attended the Benedictine monastery school in Lambach, Austria, late 19th century. Here's the image from the church's insignia. You can see the image. But also the fact that that symbol was from Hinduism. We do that stuff all the time. Talk about cultural appropriation, all that, whatever. I'm not defending Hitler. I'm not defending Kanye. But this is free speech. And I'm not bothered. Why am I not bothered? You know what I'm bothered with? The new lockdowns. The new Hitlers of our era. AKA the globalists. You're not freaking out about that. Why aren't you freaking about the lockdown? All the businesses they ruined. I'm sure somebody in your family, your neighborhood, your friends, your lover, or maybe you yourself has suffered directly by our government. That, by the way, if you don't like to hear the truth, again, this is why I'm going to say it in locals. Who funded World War II? This has got nothing to do with a group of people. And again, why can't we even say it? I know Jewish people don't like their own people or they have their own stereotypes. They tell me all the time. Nothing wrong with that. Same with Spaniards, Italians, Greeks. We need to stop this. It's not just a matter of free speech, the hypocrisy and how it's like anything kept inside. What you hold within you will rot you. You got to let the truth come out, and the truth will come out. And whether you believe in God and you think, Kanye is right now the conduit, the antenna for it, there's many ways to look at it. Let's hash this out. Why does it really bother us? Why doesn't it bother us that humanity supported a person like Hitler, or he wouldn't have gotten to where he got? And where's the body? Has anybody ever seen it? Does anybody have real proof that he actually was dead and did commit suicide? And this is not conspiracy theory. It's, again, know very well your government, your country, your education system, know very well the lies and the omissions that they give us. We should be more upset about that. Dude, I definitely think he was playing around. That's the other reason why he had the mask on all over his face, the hood, whatever you want to call it, face cover. He at this point, he's regardless of if it's because of mental illness and he's having an episode, regardless, you corner somebody, they can apologize, get on their knees. But when you're believing in something or you're having could be an existential crisis. There's so many things that we all do go through in some level at different times. Anyway, here's that another example of, the Hinduism, the Hindu actual symbol before that. See, this is where I saw more this morning, like 3 hours ago. When swastika is trending, it's time to take a look inside ourselves as a country. Now, as a country or as a society as well, because Twitter's global. It's not just, we're not alone here. Hello? And how about TikTok and people dying because of using TikTok? Talk about assassins and murderers and give it whatever label you want. Oh, let's not freak out about that. And this is kind of crazy that this is from a guy, a colored person. Again, just because you don't have color, lack of Oh my God, I was almost saying melatonin. No, is that right? I'm always saying, I got similar things with Kanye. I'm dyslexic, but whatever. It's also a language barrier in the fact that I've learned 3 languages before the age of 5, and you get them mixed up. Relax, people. I really... So he got taken down, but as you can see, there's other people posting the post that he got taken, that, from his actual page. Man, I can go on and on, but like I said, I'm going to really go deep into this in the locals, in my locals page. Link is in the description below. People need to open their mind. Open their mind. Open their mind. Stop judging and reacting. It's like everybody's a bunch of kids. He's a catalyst for change. Whether we like it or not, whether he chose the right subject to talk about, or to attack, or to ridicule, because he's really just poking the bear. If that's all he knows how to do, if that's who he is as a personality, and now we're going to cancel him because he has a personality that we don't like, what difference does it make whether you say it or you think it but you don't say it? So what if I did a survey and I asked everybody anonymously, what do they really think about the Jews, right? Or their experience with the Jews here in any country, general, total, global. What opinion they have if they could say it anonymously? Anybody done a survey like that? Would that be okay? Would that be okay? See, for me, if I'm Jewish, I would want us to talk about this. I would want you to tell me in my face. What do you really think about me, my people, my culture, my heritage? Tell me. I mean, like I said, I have so many friends that are Jewish, and I grew up with them my whole life. From Israel specifically even. Love them. They love me. We get along. We got a lot in common. Especially Spaniards from Spain and Israelis, they always say that. If they've been to, if they visited Spain, or same with Spaniards visiting Israel. And then here we are, having all this in common, and a lot of it's passion too. That's what I'm talking about, emotional. And so we'll say, how they'll say something like, my mom, Jewish mothers, or, hey, Jewish men, there's so many stereotypes that I've heard my whole life that I did not utter them. And this is coming from my Jewish friends. But dare I communicate this to my non-Jewish friends, and especially in a public place, they're immediately like, Olga, lower your voice. What is this? What is this? If I didn't put you through the Holocaust, and I didn't support that guy, or anybody for that matter, I've never hurt a soul. I will defend every soul, even a freaking animal. I'll stand up. Absolutely. But we can't talk about it. And I'm the bad guy automatically. Where does it say? Where is there even a law that says you can have free speech, but you can't say this one word? Unless you're Jewish. Kind of like the N-word. The unspoken rule. But this is even weirder to me. And Kanye's proven it. In fact, our reacting is proving his point. I mean, with that, I could wrap that in right there. But as far as the in-depth of the ugliest people in history, and a way to look at it that's real and honest that nobody wants to say, or maybe they just don't go that far, because we have this tribalism and separate. It's they, it's you, separate, divide and conquer. Ridiculous. And these are people, right, with their little blue check marks. Oh, they're so important. They're experts. They are so good for humanity. All the ones with blue check, they're right. They're special. They're important. Their views, their criticism is the right one. No respect. Now, I did see a couple, and I actually did have it saved, but I guess because it was 3 hours ago and I refreshed it. Okay, I'm going to stop. I want to read your chats. I want to see what you guys have to say about that. Of course, he was not on Kanye. Ye was on the Alex Jones show and also like band.video, and they cut it up in little clips, and I thought that was pretty good. And I've been looking to see if they posted where everyone else is freaking out or going into the whole, like even Officer Tatum, love him, but everyone's taking that Hitler thing. And I'm like I said, I can't really tell you on YouTube. I will tell you. I want to tell you. But it's not so much about free speech. It's about this offends me. And you have to go back to free speech. And this offend me. But then free speech. But this offend me. But then what about free speech? And so I'm also getting upset hearing and reading people post stuff like, we need free speech back. Like, make America great again. We need free speech back. Why are we acting like it's been taken away? By acting like this, by saying this, it's literally. I don't mind getting censored, deleted. I'm not afraid of that, of losing. I've already put everything on the line, especially for this channel. That's why your support means everything. Because I am coming with my heart and soul. Period, end of story. That's it. I got one life to live, and my ship is going down, it's going down like this. And the only reason I'm going to go deep on locals is because I really don't want to waste my time with people that cannot understand or even want to understand. And believe me, I didn't figure this out just by studying history books. I went down a dark rabbit hole. A real dark rabbit hole that I never thought I was going to come out of. And I didn't think I was going to make it through. I definitely didn't want to live anymore. So for me to tell you something that's not negative, okay, it's not positive. What I'm going to talk about in locals is not positive about Hitler. It's just a way of looking at it and then come back and come out of it ever thinking ever the same. I don't know what I'm going to say about that right now. And I want to hear I want to read your comments. I hope I didn't miss too much. Do you guys even care? Whether you're watching this live, please let me know in the live chat. Or obviously, your comments are my fuel. Keep them coming. I will read them. I will respond. Make sure to put that in there. In the replay, make sure to leave me your comment. And don't have to argue with me. Don't be all attacking. And like I said, if you really want to come at me, don't go all there. Don't judge too fast until you go to locals and check it out. Or you can cancel anytime. You can also just follow. Not all posts are for supporters. For this one, though, I'm definitely going to make it for supporters. I have to. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to school you. It's going to be a crash psychology course and a crash spiritual course. Look at what happened with Iraq and some of the American soldiers, that they would do things they would never do. And plenty of psychologists and psychiatrists will say, when you're in an environment, you can change so drastically. The ugliest things can become of you. We have so many tests, even from the 50s and the 60s. Can't think of the name of it right now because I didn't look it up, but it's coming to me now. Remember the one where the guy shocks people and says, don't worry, keep shocking them. Even when they're crying, don't, stop. Most people continued. What does that tell you? And every test is always like that. So everyone out there on Twitter freaking out, the fact that you are so judgmental and freaking out is because you are projecting. Who's saying that out there? I'm going to have to tweet it. But again, I'm going to tweet it again with nothing but love. But like, guys, chill out and get a life. And why aren't you going nuts over this about the border and sex and child trafficking? No. I'm sorry. Who's more important? A group of people, a religious culture, and their feelings? Or children? Pimped out by our government. We know this. Oh, no, we don't want to talk about that. That's just too much. I can talk about it. I'm cool with it. I want to talk about real shit. I'm tired of wasting my brain cells, my mind, body, and soul into having to explain things. Our participation in this is promoting this. Even when you're, hey guys, just by you saying, oh, this is horrible, this is awful, he should never say this, is that. You right there. You're the problem. You're the problem. Post a quote or post a tweet that's helpful, please, and positive. Then you're not part of the problem. Until you do, you're part of the problem. Why are we talking like we're like 2 years old? I don't get it. Oh, yes, AC Nelson. How about that? The Riri of Alyssa Milano trading her Tesla for VW, because Nazis. Yup. Laugh out loud. 3 laugh out loud emojis. Yes, thank you for reminding me, AC Nelson. I can't. See what I mean? But they have all this clout. They should all be boycotted. That's the other thing. Why isn't there more talk or post about the good things he said? He did say some good things. Not only the good things he said, but like how we give so much importance to these celebrities. Where are these celebrities acting like they're gray humans? Corporations, fashion industry. I've never seen anything positive in the fashion industry. Believe me, I used to model, and I was also after that a makeup artist, but I have friends that were obviously models when I was a model, but even after, before, whatever, you get it. They're not happy people, fulfilled people. Plastic, superficial, empty, extremely insecure. Just goes to show you. Okay. You know what, Jeff? I'm with you. I still support Ye. Thank you for saying that. I don't feel that he's a bad person. I'm telling you, these people are freaking out because they got a fucking little demon in them. No doubt. It takes one to know one. I don't care how old that sounds and how young we were when we used to say it to each other in school. Yeah, like your age makes you mature. I don't know. I want to do my fingers up like that. But I don't know. Does that get taken down? Here on the Y tubes? The boob tube? Yeah, it is. Exactly. That is an ancient symbol before Hitler. Absolutely. In fact, my friends from India tell me that pisses them off. They're like, everybody steals everything from India. I hear all the time from most of my Indian friends. It's hilarious. I mean, they're cute about it. Again, like they can talk about their stuff. Again, no group gets this kind of special treatment. And I know they've been persecuted their whole lives. Again, I'm from Spain. I have it in my blood. I have ancestors that changed and basically pretended to be Catholic. Like George Soros pretending to be Catholic to survive. And then doesn't believe in God, doesn't give a shit. Look that up if you haven't looked it up. Ooh, Drew Dat Underground Gaming. I haven't been subbed to Netflix in some time. Yeah, a lot of people did unsubscribe with the whole Cuties thing. And I mean, I don't have a subscription. And I do, when I watch it, it's through another friend. And it's got to be something good, like a good documentary or something. Or something based on real life. And again, something that's helpful, something that can educate me, something that can enlighten me, inspire me, fulfill me. Because I do know that every single thing we put in our mouth is, whatever we put in our mouth is exactly the same what we put in our head. You are what you think. You are what you eat. You are what you watch. I'm telling you, I know. See, that's another one. That's another one I'm going to save for locals because people are like, now. Because every time I do speaking events, I always use that one. And people are always blown away by how I come down to like, okay, what was the last 3 things you watched on TV? Or, the last 3 movies that you watched. And then I break down like, okay, let me tell you about your life, this, that, and that way. And they're like blown away. I'm like, it's so, they don't call it psyop for no reason. They don't call it brainwashing for no reason. They don't call it propaganda for no reason. Isn't that funny that back when the whole World War, when they were, I don't know if it was World War I, World War II. Pretty sure. I'm just getting tired now. I'm sorry, guys. Just by reading this stuff got me already. But you know how when they were telling, our grandparents, again, maybe not yours, not mine on both sides, but anyway, they were telling them how to save bread and utilize old bread. They were showing them propaganda, the government. This was all the government about how to, save the last pieces of soap and put it all together to make another ball to stretch it out. They were showing women, roll up your sleeves and get to the workforce and let's help your men. When they want you to do something, the government makes sure. Just like that beautiful ad in New York City, if there's a nuclear attack, go in your apartment. The level of insult and ignorance that anyone you would think knows that's not going to help you at all. You're going to be incinerated. You're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to be able to do nothing. And nobody flips out. But we're going to flip out about somebody saying that they don't think that a certain individual called Hitler had no good qualities. I'm not saying the bad qualities didn't outweigh the good qualities. Absolutely. But I think at the end of the day, what Kanye's trying to say is like, let's say all the truth. All of it. Because that's the only way we are free. We have to be able to say the whole truth. And we know if history is not even taught with the whole truth, how are we going to even talk about the whole truth? So this is way deeper. And the dam needs to get broken down. Because I can't stand being in a room, again, whether I'm in a meeting, in a room, whether it's a social event, and every time I say something and the other person goes, like, for example, if I mentioned, we were talking about something to do with Ukraine. This was recently, or a few months ago. And I mentioned how, and this person was in the military, by the way. And I mentioned how Pearl Harbor, there was a red flag situation there. First of all, they were in the military. They didn't even know what, not a red flag. Why am I losing it now again? False flag. You know what I mean? They're like, no. And I'm like, yes. Again, so you join the military, you don't know squat. You don't even know who you're defending. You don't even know what your country's about in your history. But you're going to fight for that. Do you see what I mean? How can they control you and how can they make soldiers do things if they know? We learned that from Vietnam. Hey, Frankie Blaze, welcome. Hola, Olga. God is good and happy Friday. Yes. Peace. Mechanical arm. Yes, I like it. Hey, Chucky, welcome. I always prefer live when I catch an exclamation. Me too. I love it when you guys are live. So what do you guys think? Like, I don't even know at this point. I can't even get started with the FTX because I want to show like, and again, there's so many articles of like when I Googled or whatever on whatever browser. I use 3 different ones, by the way. about Alex Jones, it was all about bankruptcy. And it was everywhere. What about FTX? Why not talk and smash? And, I can't believe that in the interview, this FTX guy, this Friedman or whatever his name is. Oh, what's his name again? I can't. Sam Bankman-Fried. Anyway, I will, I was thinking a lot about you guys, and this is completely, totally segue to a completely other subject that I feel like, I don't know, unless you guys want me to go a little longer than usual. What do you guys think? You interested to know about? So there's this thing, and there was this article, thanks to Knees Joe, by the way, who sent it to me, because they know that I constantly talk about, I didn't know there was a name for it, a label called Shrinkflation. Check this out. Because I shop, I also grow my own food. I'm all about farm to table and, self-sustainability and stuff. But anyway, I still go to the store, clearly. I still go to the supermarket, or at least the local farmer's market. I do that as well. But to be specific, check this out. It's a podcast or a radio. And here's the link that I was sent, and I was listening to it. And the reason why is because I've been saying this because ever since COVID, right? Empty shelves, this and that. But I've always been one to read labels, and I read everything. And I compare prices, and I go old school with the coupons. But now it's just and during COVID specifically, I went back to when I had nothing, and I learned these skills through survival. I also learned some of it through my mother, who had 6 kids, with my father being in the military, salary, believe me. And she had to make most of our clothes. So I of course, I learned a lot there, but I learned the most when I used to have all this money and this lifestyle, and then all of a sudden lost it all. And then forget about the coupon. I mean, I was scrounging out pennies, and that couldn't do anything for me. I tried anyway. And, so I learned a different way of shopping, and I learned, and I had to pay these debts off. So even when I did finally get money coming in, I had to pay these debts. And so I learned a lot of things. I always read because I was always into all natural stuff. I don't like to buy things with crazy, stupid shit in it, artificial, especially, So I've always good on reading stuff and knowing what I'm putting in my body. I've always been that way, right? I just like high quality stuff, The more natural, the better. That's me. Well, during this 10 years that it took me to get out of a situation that I should have claimed bankruptcy, but my pride got in the way. But either way, I learned a lesson. A lot of lessons, but it changed me as a human as well. And so I don't get tricked easily. And I knew when the whole COVID thing happened in 2020, I knew that this inflation, the fact that we were giving out all these, stimulus checks and stuff, I was like, oh, shit. So I was already preparing. I already started changing my shopping. I wasn't having salmon every week like I used to. I'm not kidding. I was preparing. I knew the future would be worse. I already knew 2020 was coming. That's another story for another day, or for locals. And then, so the point is, I had been telling my friends for the last 6 months, guys, it's not just inflation that now everything's $1 more. I'm like, they're messing with you. I'm like, even my deodorant would be 5 points, and I'm buying the same exact deodorant. And you would think, why would you be checking that, right? How often do you actually check the same thing, the same product? And I could tell they was looked the same size, but I still just pick it up and read it. And I'm like, this didn't used to be 6.5 ounces. This used to be 8 ounces, something like that, right? Even the deodorant. And then they'll tell you it's on sale. I'm like, wait. I've been buying, ground meat for $4.99 regular. And when it was on sale, it was $3.99. That's even during COVID. Now all of a sudden, it's on sale. $5.99. Regular price $6.99. I'm like, no. I mean, how is nobody not noticing this or saying anything about it? So here, since I talk about it a lot, and how I literally will shop around the whole thing, because I definitely get off on getting a bargain. You know how people, you know what I'm saying? I like winning in that sense. I don't like, if I know the watch, say they, a product cost them, whether it's a watch, really cost them like $500 and they want me to pay $5,000. No way. I don't care if I have millions and millions in the bank. Doesn't matter. That's theft. That's rape. No. So that's my standard. That's my principles. So same with the food. Like, this is theft. Why is it costing more? And then again, the consumer has all the power. And I've been talking about this a lot behind, not on this show. And so I love this article. But my question is, should I play for you guys? It's like 9 minutes 40. Should I put the link in the description below? You guys can listen to it. But I want to talk about it with you guys. And at the very least, please read the stuff, guys. Don't be fooled. And again, this is my point about the whole inflation thing. It's also, and what I've been told, when I also heard this radio link, is that exactly what I was saying. The consumer is still in charge. We still can affect. If we want the prices to be lowered, we have the power. For example, and I specifically, I love pork belly. I love bacon. I love curing my own meats. I'm telling you, I do everything from scratch. But pork belly, the cheapest part of the pig has always been the fat. Nobody wants the fat, the leaner the meat. And now I can get a pork chop for $4.99 a pound. But the pork belly today, even like last week, it was like $3.99 even a year ago. And that I thought was too high for pork belly, but okay. It got popular. Same with the chicken wings. Chicken wings used to be the cheapest thing. That's why people bought them. Oh, but now they're popular. Everybody wants buffalo wings. So now it's more expensive than breast. You guys remember that? Do you remember that shit? And then now pork belly, because it's also popular now, it's $7.49. Do you know how people were surviving during the Great Depression in the U.S.? Because the only thing they could afford, even if they had a penny in their pocket, was pork rinds. Pigskin. I can't even buy pigskin for less than $7. I'm not kidding. What's up with that? And I definitely support, whenever I can, local farmers. Because if I'm going to pay more, I want to pay the locals for several reasons. But anyway, so let's see. Because again, I can still go into and share the interview of FTX. I'll stay longer today. Today's a special day. And then I'm going to take a break when I'm done here. And about 30 minutes after, I'm going to go to locals. And I'm going to get real. I mean, I'm always real, but you know what I'm saying? It's for those who can handle it. And for those who want to support me. Because without you, there is no me. You know that, right? We're all together here. I love you. Thank you so much. Honestly, if I haven't said it in the beginning, I'll say it, and I'll say it over and over again. I can't thank you enough for the coffees. I can't thank you enough for your donations, for your support, for your comments, your likes, sharing this content. I'm so grateful. You guys really do get me going. And if I go on rants, it's because you guys are here. If I'm by myself talking to crickets, I won't talk this long. I'm not good at that. I mean, I do talk to myself, but not when there's a camera on and the freaking lights. Clearly, I'm like, okay, somebody there? And it's like, oh, no, nobody's here? It's like walking in a bar and be like, yo, what's up? How you doing? Right? And then nobody's there? No, doesn't have, you feel me. Okay. What's up? What do you guys think? Are you guys, I feel like you guys are being shy, or are you just over it? Like you over the conversation between the free speech with Kanye and the internet breaking over it, the FTX CEO's pathetic interview with on ABC with what's his face? Was it Zapanopoulos? I don't watch him anymore, but what do you think? I need some water. Oh, God. Oh, shoot. I thought this stuff was moving on its own. The chat. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys, if I missed so many of your chats. Hey, 1776 time. Damn, I'm late, but I'm working on my mullet. Laugh out loud emoji. Okay, Drew Dad Underground Gaming. The only thing I can say about the Elon Ye thing is, I sit back with a bag of popcorn while I think that this is better than a Disney movie. Laugh out loud, 3 emojis. You're right. You're right. And that's what I mean. Like, don't be acting like you're upset about this. You're entertained. Not you specifically, Drew. I'm just saying the people that are pretending to act. Just shut up. Ugh. Chucky, there are still knacks. What's this? Oh. Knacks, is that? Or narcs? Today, look at Azov, which is Ukraine, right? Right. That group. Your government is sending them billions. Yep. Our government with our money. But they are right, in quote, kind. Laugh out loud. Yeah. It's Chucky. Ergo, with that philosophy, I think like Whataburger! Exclamation. Hey, that's funny, Frankie Blaze. Am I a carpenter and working in construction and enjoying the show, Olga? How are you doing construction? Are you on a break? How are you doing construction and looking at me? Or are you just listening? Just curious. Hey, I do that all the time. Even if when the person that I follow has a podcast and I could just listen to it, I still play the video. And then when I get a chance, I'm like cooking or whatever I'm doing, I'm like looking. Or like I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to rewind that. And I'll go and I'll rewind. I want to see like their reaction. I'm definitely a visual person. Chucky, there is this video game called America's Army. It makes killing enemies seem fun and challenging. Exclamation. What else you go will sitting on the throne except read the shampoo bottle for the 20th time? I've done that. But not since I have a cell phone. I'm pretty much always got the cell phone on me now. I mean, for that purpose. Wait. Oh, Knees Joe. I remember when Snickers got 30% larger when I was a kid. Yes, right? So yeah, guys, also, of course, I'll still put the link to that article in the description below and also in the comments so you guys can listen to it, because I feel like, you know what? What do you guys think? Should I just shut up? Should I get into FTX? Oh man, I even thought I was going to do a reaction, like an end of a reaction video. I was thinking about the Am I Alone in This? Which one was that from Aaron? I think it's Aaron Lewis. Hold on, I'm looking at the post. If you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Just going to throw that in there real quick, you know. You and me together. Help me grow. We finally hit the 1,000, but come on. I should be getting to 5,000 by end of the month. Really? Right? I thought once you get to 1,000, it's like, oh, yeah. People now know you exist. You're legit. You've been consistent, that kind of a thing. I need your help. Yes. Subscribing helps. But I mean, don't subscribe if you don't. No, I want you to enjoy this for sure. But stick around. Sometimes you got to give it a chance. You know, sometimes I get it. Sometimes I watch someone and then they do something that really turns me off and I unsubscribe. I get it. You must enjoy the person. But my thing is, if they piss you off or you disagree, is that really a reason to unsubscribe? You know what I mean? It's more like, there's this one woman that I do follow, and she's funny as shit. She's not even a comedian. She's a psychic. But she just talks about her life, and she just doesn't give a shit. And it's not just entertaining, you know. Sometimes she says stuff I'm like, you say it, girl, what's up? Other times I'm like, man, she's got some issues with certain things, like people that drink alcohol. I don't agree with it. And I don't like her delivery about it. But so what? I can feel she's a good person. And I'm for that. She makes me feel good vibes. And most commentators on YouTube do not. They all get freaking narcissistic, egocentric. Like, I'm like, I always know the best people are the people that have really gone through a rough time. It's true. The humility, or at least maybe if they haven't gone through a rough time themselves, maybe they've seen their parents or someone close in their world and they've, that's been sick or, whatever it is. And when you have that deep compassion, makes people better. I'm not happy about my shit that I went through and then I still go through in one way or the other with family. That's a never-ending story right there. But I'm much better at it. And they don't have the power they used to have. Yeah. They can try as they might. And I think that's what bothers them too, is that I don't give a shit anymore. No. Because what's important, it's not about them. It's about us, the whole world, God, the universe, love, and light. I'm just trying to be the person I wish I had when I needed it. I'm trying to be the things I wish were around me when I suffered the most. It's that simple. Hey, nobody's out there helping me like the way I needed. Hey, well, somebody's got to do it. Well, that kind of a thing. Wait, what I'm missing here? We Challenge. Welcome, We Challenge. She already did it and reaction was awesomely funny. What's that? Is that the latest, the Sansom one? I guess I missed part of your... Well, I just want to make sure I say hi to everybody. Welcome, everyone. I think I'm going to peace out because I'm telling you, the real good stuff I got to say about the Kanye that's going to blow your mind. And I'm warning you, come be able to handle it. And you get live chat and locals as well. Let's take the gloves off. So I'm going to do that about 30 minutes after I'm done. I think I'm going to wrap it up, guys, because I really feel like if I get into FTX, that's going to be another half hour. If I get into the Shrinkflation article, that'll be another 10, 20 minutes. I think it's an awesome radio interview. And so, guys, real quick, though, going back to the Kanye, Alex Jones. Did you guys see this? Did you guys watch? Do you watch Alex Jones? Or he's everywhere. I mean, I watch him on Rumble, on BitChute, on his own websites, InfoWars. But so let me click this again. Let me refresh this. Let's see what the latest post that he had. Again, I wanted to even get into. Can you see this? Oh, you know what? Let me share the whole window since it's not. I'm not gonna play video. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. I mean, look at this. 5-ish of the worst, most insane things that happened during the Kanye West, Alex Jones live show. Again, Clown World, because if you didn't see it, but that's one of the things that InfoWars did post during that interview. But like, it's the way that this guy breaks this down. Again, I say a guy, huh? I'm not sure. Is Kip Jones a boy or a girl or female or male? That was my instinct. It was a dude. Ye told Jones he likes Hitler and Nazis and their redeeming qualities more than once. I mean, look at this. It's like, mommy, look, he gave me the finger and he gave it to me more than one time. How am I supposed to take these people serious? Again, maybe next week I'll get into the shenanigans, but just quick. Can you see this? What's number two? Sorry, again, I'm just reading like the highlights of this article. West pretended a fishnet and bottle of Yoo-Hoo, which is, the chocolate milk Yoo-Hoo, were a homicidal Benjamin Netanyahu. It's theatrical, guys. Like, and this is do or die. West said he had practiced Chinese water torture on himself to prepare for his imminent murder at the hands of the Clintons. I mean, you know what's so weird? All the cray-crays that come out of Hollywood in general. So many. It's a theme. It's a thing. So let's not talk Kanye. And whatever happened to that Quaid guy? Was it Randy Quaid? Didn't he go to Canada or something? I don't know if he's still there. I didn't follow through with that. But like, they're all talking about being persecuted and killed and stuff. So they're all manic. They all become suddenly manic after being fine. Now, and I'm sorry, but even these people, I believe they're racist against Kanye. I do. Because prejudice and racism, I mean, it's prejudgment. You already think of somebody, you're already judging a person. Racist means, oh, because I hate your race, I hate the color of your skin, or I hate where, you're, yeah, right, basically, yeah, racist, race. Not just your color, your race, right? The culture that comes along with it. I mean, people need to get a grip. Shit's about to hit the fan with inflation in a way we've never seen. A bubble bursting in our economy like never in history, except for maybe like the fall of the Roman Empire. Worse. Because most people back in that era could work and survive on their own without the government. They were just being, lost in the sauce, given with that free, bread and circus, free wine, free bread, and entertainment. You mark my words, guys. You mark my words. For Westcott Permaband Jones to send a tweet, Permaband Jones to send a tweet from his account about Elon Musk. Right. I still don't have it very clear how exactly Elon said, oh yeah, well, now this is what really crossed the line. I actually thought he was going to say because somebody else was impersonating being him. Did you guys think that? That's what ran through my mind. What's number 5? Again, I love how these people talk about Jesus like they knew him. Jesus taught love. Here's Elon Musk with a tweet. Jesus taught love, kindness, and forgiveness. I used to think that turning the other cheek was weak and foolish, but I was the fool for not appreciating its profound wisdom. Then the wisdom is what, Elon? You just said it was that you used to think it was foolish. So then where's the wisdom in taking this guy down? If you posted this December 1st, yesterday, Alex Jones raved about West's impressive physique and handsomeness. All those things, okay, there's tons of articles like you can imagine, they're bashing him, you name it. But then here we go and look at how Alex Jones, his channel, his crew are cutting up these clips of that entire interview. Ye reveals what really happened at his dinner gate meeting with Trump. Another clip, the spiritual war for the soul of America with Ye. Alex Jones and Ye prove that the people want free speech. Another clip, Ye responds to Balenciaga pedophile scandal. Another clip, Ye calls out Elon, put Alex Jones back on Twitter. Ye, I'm a savant for love. Another clip, Ye, people are afraid of the truth. So all these sentences I'm reading, for those that are listening to the podcast, these are the title description in the clips for ban.video, right? Or the Alex Jones show. Another title for another clip of that same show. So these are all clips from that main, 3-hour show. Ye responds to Balenciaga's pedophile scandal. I'm sorry, I already read that one. Ye, people are afraid of the truth. And that's true. When they say truth hurts, there's a reason why that's been around. And then, but the truth does set you free. Let's get this cat out of the bag. Let's stop letting these people be like, oh, you can't talk about me like that. Not my group. Well, then, if we can't talk about your group, you can't talk about any group. So stop saying white people this, black people. No, that's it. Done. Which, by the way, you can't communicate if you cannot group things together. So we're going to go completely off the rails of free speech to not. Okay, this is about communication. I would love to interview Kanye. I will. If I can, I will interview Kanye. Yay. I will interview him again. If I keep saying Kanye, it's because I've been saying it for so long, for so many years. That's, don't jump on me about it. I know it's yay. I'm getting there. I'm getting more and more used to it the more I use it. But anyway, I would like to say yay. I think Alex did a pretty good job considering how he came and how he's already been lit. Alex could have waited, could have been like, hey, why don't we do it like next month, when people like forget about you or something. I mean, there was a lot of choices here that could have been made, or hey, he's on the wave. I think Kanye does want to be heard. I think he is having a massive cathartic process, to say the least. That's just scratching the surface. That's what I think. And I want everybody to remember that, please. What's this? So this is, as you can see, this is like the almost 3-hour show. Ye West and Alex Jones break the internet in a must-see, capital letters, new interview, exclamation. It's really, for me, to me, this is more of pure entertainment than anything real, or to break the internet for, or to lose your mind over. I mean, but the fact that we won't react like this over the border, over sex trafficking, children trafficking, organ harvesting. It's just, again, I don't want to be the one that's like talking about bad news, because you know me, I like to have a good time. But I'll definitely post this Shrinkflation link, or you guys can look it up. But I'll definitely post it in the description below. And as far as this interview goes, I'm like, should I hash it out right now, guys? Because, I mean, it's not that long. But, like, how the special treatment this guy's getting, and the fact that I think this is a done job. I think this was set up. And this guy's still in the Bahamas chilling. Don't look like he's losing any sleep either. Hasn't lost any weight. I know when I got my, when shit hit the fan in my life, whenever it does, I can't eat. I lose weight. Disgusting. And I know he mentioned in this interview about how, it's different than Bernie Madoff. Was it Bernie Madoff or whatever? Because, he just made something up. Are you guys with me? This is about crypto. Talk about making something up and then taking other people's money. And then he said he didn't count right. Billions? He didn't count billions right. And he doesn't look like there's any remorse, nothing. Obviously, George over here, the interviewer, has got his little gloves on because, again, they're all working. They're all in. God, I cannot deal with the fact that we just watch it. We're just like, oh. People have lost their life savings over this. Oh. And again, don't get me wrong. Who knows? Some of the people that lost their, life savings or the retirement into FTX, maybe they're pieces of shit humans anyway. You get what you deserve. But we're the ones that are going to pay. They hook each other up and we pay. And I mean, if it's never been so obvious how much they're squeezing us, dividing us, if there's ever a time in American history since 1776, it's now. Oh, God, I'm getting a knot here in my back. I got to stop. Maybe I do. For today, I need to take a break. But I do want to go to locals because while I'm in the moment, do a little locals. Miss you guys already. I never want to leave. Oh, man, I don't know what to say. I don't know which let's see. We challenge anyone who claims they are Nazi, who have been taught about the atrocities that regime were responsible for. I can't support any who claim association with them. Anyone who claims they are a Nazi. Right. Wait, but did Kanye say he's a Nazi? I didn't hear that. And if he did, I know for a fact that it would have been like, I would have picked it up as a joke. Not because I want to pick it up as a joke, it's because his delivery would have been that way. Oh, come on, Chucky. You didn't see it? You didn't see I did a reaction to Nancy by Sansom? You might get offended, Olga. Da, 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 da. Are you being sarcastic? Are you being funny like you already saw it? I don't remember if you've left a comment. MM, how you doing? Welcome. I haven't seen you in a minute. Hey guys, let me know. Did you guys tell any of your friends about me or family? Have you shared it? What kind of feedback had you guys got? Like, let me know in the live chat right now. I would love to see that. Obviously, if not, later on in the comments below. Hey, Olga in chat. Exclamation. Peace emoji. Hope everyone is as great as Olga looks. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you, MM. Emoji with the hearts in the eyes. Still waiting on reaction to Aaron Lewis. Yeah, I was going to do it today, but I thought it would be hard to do today with the whole Kanye, the FTX thing, but I was like, God, there's just so much to get into. I'm like, maybe I'll just have to do a new live on Saturday to catch up. Not sure how busy you guys are going to be and if it's worth doing on a Saturday. Maybe I should just do one every single day next week instead of just Monday, Wednesday, Friday as I'm typically scheduled. Let me know. I just don't know. I feel like if I'm here too much, you get tired of me. You'll expect she'll be on again tomorrow. I don't even. I'll catch her tomorrow, not this one. You know what I mean? Or is the more I talk, the better for all of us. I'm here. I'm ready. All right. Was 1776 time. My inflation preps silver and lead. What's this? Anyone? What's this? Knees Joe. Anyone know what those gray blocks on the web page Olga is showing? Pictures that we should see or blocked ads? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that was... What's this? AC Nelson. Balenciaga equals Teddy Ruxpin with nipple clamps. FTX and the 2009 fiasco. This is from We Challenge. And the 2009 fiasco seems almost to have had fake people involved in the money losses. A Bankman Fried and Bernier made off. Bernie? I don't know if you're spelling it wrong or just messing with me. Made off with billions. What names for the situations they were involved? Yeah, see, I feel like we're going to have to get into this, and I'm sure more is going to come out by next week. So I'll definitely get... I think this interview says it all, to be honest with you. His answer, he's like, didn't you have a relationship with her? The girl that worked with you that you had in charge? No, not really. I don't know for how long? And I was thinking, I'm like, the guy's lying. He's like, no, not. It's like he acts like, oh, it was just a split second. And thank God George asked him for how long. How long was that? That short period. And he's like, oh, just 6 months. 6 months? People get married in that time. Sometimes. I'm just saying. It's not a hot minute. Like, oh, she just happened to get in my bed, or I kind of hooked up with her at the bar or something like that. Like, 6 months. And again, how intense were those 6 months? You're not getting into it. Did you guys see this interview? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments now or later underneath in the comment section. I love you all. If no one's told you I love you today, I love you. You're the best. You mean more to me than you'll ever know. I'm eternally grateful for all your support, for your coffee, your donations, following me on Locals, supporting me on Locals. I got more to come. But yeah, get ready for what I'm going to tell you about the whole Hitler thing and the world we live in over at Locals. I'll see you guys over there in a little bit. Until next time, much love, many blessings. And I know, I always feel like I'm ready, and I will talk to you soon.